Welcome to Build to Etc. I'm your host, Dina Holland, founder of Honey Fitz Interiors.
And I'm your co-host, Ariana Paolino, lead project designer.
We're bringing you behind the scenes of running a design firm. Beautiful projects,
Ugly budgets,
client curveballs,
vendor excuses,
and all the chaos required to make a room look effortless.
We're going to talk design,
business,
how we stay in business,
objectifying men,
why our jeans aren't fitting this week,
who did something to piss us off, and why we're right. We're going to talk about whatever we feel like. How's that?
A quick disclaimer. We're opinionated, we're occasionally petty, and we swear like grown women.
And while we love your children, this podcast is probably not for them.
Because some things get billed to the client.
And some things get billed to, etc. Welcome back to Build to Etc. I'm your host, Dina Holland, the founder and creative director of Honey Fitz Interiors. And today we are talking about one of our favorite trips of the year, I would say.
My favorite.
We're talking about High Point Market. We just got back from High Point Market, which happens in North Carolina twice a year. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good because we didn't go for 2 years.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, at least maybe
2 years, 4 markets.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good because it's been a week. So
Seriously.
We've had a minute to you guys.
Tell the people what High Point Market is.
Okay, so it's basically fashion week for interiors. It
really
tells
is.
you what's new, what's coming, what's innovative, what the trends are, what's out, any upgrades to your vendors. And honestly, I feel like a lot of cases in this market, it was not so trend heavy. It was more like this did so well in our line that we created it in 3 more sizes or 2 more versions or whatever.
So High Point, North Carolina is traditionally the historic center of furniture in the United States. I know.
In the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere, the industry of this area was making furniture. And so the heritage of the area is still very much rooted in upholstery and furniture making. As times have changed, less furniture is produced there 100%. Most furniture is still finished there.
I agree.
Good furniture is still finished in North Carolina, but a lot of the components now come from overseas. Although we do have vendors that are making it 100% in North Carolina.
And those vendors are some of our best vendors.
Yes, 100% American made. So that's still happening. But it's not so much the manufacturing epicenter anymore, but it's still sort of the cultural epicenter of furniture, which is ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. If you know the area at all, you're like,
what? Yeah. It's there's nothing else there. I mean, it's really a forgotten place. As sad as it is, it's the story of a lot of places in this country.
But for 2 weeks out of the year,
it's poppin'.
It is the place to
That's
be.
Right.
Yeah.
And manufacturers and brands from all over the world come to show their new things. It's sort of a cross between a conference center where people have booths, right? The IHFC is one massive building. It's hundreds of thousands of square feet. I have no idea how big that building is.
It's so big.
And that building is very there's no windows. You're on multiple floors. Vendor.
You're getting vertigo.
Exactly.
You don't know what time it is.
But then the rest of market is spread out, and there are other big buildings that house big showrooms.
They're literally neighborhoods. On the map. It's this neighborhood of market, this neighborhood, and you're walking 5-6 blocks.
Oh, I mean, the story of market is that you're walking.
Yeah.
You're walking all the time. You're walking from 9 a.m. to, we go from 9 a.m. to...
Yeah, I was just going to say, I feel like we do it right. I don't know how other people are doing it.
Well, we feel like we do everything right. So that's the first thing.
Yeah, obviously.
No.
But we get there at 9 or as close to 9 as possible.
But before we even get there, before we even get there, Ariana has spent countless hours planning out where we're going to be. So who are the vendors in the different neighborhoods? Let's make our time the most efficient.
Yeah, what's the best way to get to them? Are we going to walk, or are we going to take the Go Anywhere shuttle and we're going to call some whatever? So
she's doing that while I'm thinking about okay, when we go to that vendor, what is it that we want to see? Are there particular furniture pieces that we specify that we want to see if they are showing them so that we can sit on them and confidently talk about them? Am I just going to complain to a rep hey, your shipping is shitty and everything comes broken? Yes, I'm doing that. There's different things that are happening, but the organization and the planning that goes in up front, I think, is what keeps us so bam, bam.
And I will say that, I've now gone 5 times, 4 times. I don't know. COVID got messy there.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I think the first year I went, we didn't have any organization.
That's because I was in charge. Okay? That's because I was in charge.
I didn't say it.
And I go on vibes. Okay?
And then I came along and I was like, what?
And I was like, I don't know. They have
She was like, we're going to go
chicken.
from Arteriors all the way down to pallet check, and then we're going to go back to... I'm like, no, we need a system. So the first couple years, getting the system down took a lot of...
Just the planning system down took a lot. And then the organization of what you're capturing at market is a whole other layer.
Right. But now I think that, unless a vendor or showroom has moved... Our map has pretty much been the same the past couple years. It's more just like, what days do we want to do that? And that is driven on weather.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be in the IHFC,
minute,
on the day that it rains because we don't want to be outside. When we go to specific showrooms is somewhat dependent on when certain vendors have appointments, because some of them you either have to have an appointment or you should have an appointment.
Right. So in the weeks leading up to market, vendors and reps will reach out, or I'll reach out and be like, hey, I want to come through the showroom. Should I make an appointment? And almost always it's better to walk it. I won't say that. It's not almost always better to walk it with the rep. But if there's like your main upholstery vendor.
Yes. The ones that you use like on the daily,
yes,
walk it with your rep. There are some where it's like, we're hiding.
Yeah.
We're hiding in that showroom.
I have hidden.
Because we don't want to be bogged down. Like, they're showing us things that if we don't work with you that much, you don't know our style, you don't know not to show us that because we're never going to use it, whatever. But most of the time it's driven on food.
Lunch.
Cocktails.
We're very food motivated people. Cocktails.
Who has the good, like, little breakfast bites, who has good snackies.
And now we know. So we've organized the trip. We've planned the dinners, whatever. We are tired, though. We are walking so much. We
averaged 13,000 steps
every day
this time. Yeah. Which I honestly...
it feels like
might have
more.
been light.
No, like, how come by the end my ankles hurt so much? I don't know. Like, on the flight home, I was like, wow, I'm hurting. And I was hurting for 2 days.
I was okay.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah. I'm usually not.
Age.
But yeah, so... we see the trends, and now we're reporting the trends.
We're reporting back to the trends. Because I think what people don't realize, if I can channel my inner Miranda Priestley for a moment, by the time you see something at Pottery Barn, let's say.
By the time you saw that boucle.
Totally. That's a great example. Right? Do you remember there was a minute there where every catalog...
And that minute lasted 3 years.
Yeah. Every piece of furniture was fuzzy. A teddy bear of a chair.
Yeah.
And they're cute, so cute. We went to some markets where I was like, everyone's showing boucle. All they're showing.
People who have no business showing boucle are showing boucle.
And if you don't know what boucle is, it literally feels like the furriness of a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like but it's like a little hairy.
If it's a bad one.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, super cute. Like, adorable in like a teen girl's room or like a bedroom, but like everything was boucle. And so then a few years later, we start to see it in Pottery Barn and Serena and Lily and all
West
that.
Elm and
West
whatever.
Elm. So the trends really start, just like in fashion, right? The trends start up at Fashion Week and you're like, who the hell's wearing that insane teal blue trash bag? But then by the time it gets to you at Kohl's, it's the cerulean sweater.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same, I think, as furniture. Like, you see things, and I think that we sometimes see things at market where we're like, that's not happening at all at home.
That was this market.
That just happened at market, exactly. Yeah. Where it was different enough, the vibe felt different enough. For several years now, we have been seeing stark interiors.
Oh, God.
Boring. Put me to sleep. Everything's
white,
gray,
black, clean lines.
Yeah.
No graining.
Just a very, like, plain.
Sterile.
Which, I mean, how does that make you feel as a designer working where you work? Because nothing that we do is that way.
Sad?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think there's something to be said about the modern farmhouse era that took over, and everybody just wanted things to be clean and
white and simple.
And that was the word.
And simple.
And simple is boring. And this year, I feel like we actually saw a little bit more, or a lot of bit more of people coming out of needing things to be clean and simple, and just having
more personality
and having
this year.
fun and doing things that felt cozy and homey and nostalgic.
Definitely.
I think.
This was the biggest. I don't, and so we didn't go last market, so I don't know if this.
We didn't go since April of 2024.
So maybe this has already been a trend, and we weren't aware.
So true.
Maybe this was already. Maybe we're late. Oh my god.
We're late, but we're not because we've been on this. So don't get it twisted.
Actually, that's so true. Edward Ave was this.
Yeah.
Right, and so the trend that we saw. We're gonna go through some of the major trends, but by and large, it was maximalism. More is more. Layered interiors.
Yeah, nostalgia.
Cozy feeling.
Warm tones.
Warm tones. That's what I want most of my followers to hear.
Interesting
Because
textures and woods and materials.
Which is a really big departure, I think, from where we've been. And I will even say it's a departure from what most of our clients want right now.
Totally.
And
Well, I will say that we are in a very specific little bubble here in New England.
Yeah.
Where even if you don't have a beach house,
Yeah, totally.
you think you have a beach house.
Because we're the Bay State. We're everything is accessible
Everyone's
to the water.
blue, everyone's green.
Yes. Everyone wants blue and green. The blue and green bins and samples at the office are overflowing. all the time. Yeah.
And the sad pinks and purple bins are nary touched.
But not pinks and purples, not like the dress I'm wearing, not like bubbly fun colors. We're talking like moody, like deep tones, plums, eggplants, aubergines.
Yeah. Mauves.
All those words.
Rusts even, I will say.
Yes. Coppers, things like that. That is what we saw at
Which
market.
I'm so excited for.
No,
I
for
have
sure.
been, all those sound though like I want to use board in our office.
Yes.
That's what it's been for me.
I know,
For
for
like
years.
5 years. And I'm like, can somebody let us do this?
We have boards that we pin up the samples to, memos, when we're designing rooms. And every once in a while, we're going through the bins and it's like, oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. It doesn't at all fit into the room I'm designing. But like, can we not forget about this? And we'll put it on our like wish list board. And I agree. Ariana's wish list board for years. I mean, it just is. It just is what you like.
I mean, and that's just exactly. That's just my style.
Yeah. It has been these warm tones, not like blues and greens and cools. And so kudos to you because you do a good job of designing in styles that you don't like.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just like, it's just nice to do something different. And I
Yes.
think that that's why I feel good about this market is because hopefully in a year or so,
Right. It'll start to trickle down.
it'll start showing up in the places where all of our clients or prospective clients are looking, and it almost will give them permission
No, that's exactly what happens.
to do these things.
I think people maybe don't even realize that that's what happens, but you start to see these kinds of interiors, products, environments show up in catalogs, on Instagram ads. You start to see
In
other
Pinterest.
in Pinterest. You start to see other designers. You know, the trends start from somewhere, right? So like designers have been, I could name 5 designers right now that have been doing it in this style. So it's kind of like which one came first? I don't know. But now that big manufacturers are showing it, you will start to see more designers. And that all of that seeps into your psyche. Like you think you had this original idea, I'm going to paint this room mauve. It's like,
You didn't.
You didn't, girl.
You didn't.
And that's okay.
You took that from somewhere, and that's fine.
Totally. But like, that's how we all get on, oh, why is it that I want shiplap? It's like, well, because
You see it everywhere.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. But it does come from somewhere. And I do think it takes a while to trickle down.
You're so right about we missed a few markets. We should have asked if
Like, was everything purple last market?
yeah. But I feel like no, because I feel like, you know,
we see the new product releases still.
Exactly. Like it takes a few, maybe 2 years, 3 years for it to like really be a thing
in the mass market. I agree.
But we see it as designers sooner than that.
We see it in fabrics and in textiles, and like none of our
new releases that we get
Right.
from our major upholstery vendors and whatnot.
And none of our fabric vendors have been showing a tremendous amount of stuff in that.
I will say that maybe the one, you know, little piece of market that we saw this year that I have seen in the past couple years is that like grand millennial chic.
Yeah.
Like the little florals and little ditzy patterns
Yeah.
and paisleys. That I think we have, but the tones were definitely new, I feel.
The tones I thought were definitely new.
Yeah.
So let's go through then what these trends are.
I call it maximalist nostalgia.
Maximalist nostalgia is a good term.
Because
let's go
it
to-
was lots of layers of embellishment. So it's, you know, brush fringe and trim and tape trim on sofas.
Like, look at that sofa. We're looking at some photos that we took from High Point, and that sofa is We saw that over and over again. Just embellishment on stuff. More is more.
Brocade fabrics. Like, think of like your grandma's upholstered jacquard sofa, but slightly modern and like fresh.
Yeah. And what do you think makes it fresh?
I think it's the tones. I think it's the tones of the colors. Yeah. I think it's the quality of the fabric. And just like maybe it's not such traditional edging of the florals. Maybe it's softened a little bit so it's a little bit more modern. It's just, but and it's also surrounded with things that are modern, and so it doesn't look like stodgy and old.
Of course, I think that's the key right there is what you surround it with. But we saw everything had a fringe on it, had a trim on it, had a tape,
had tufts, had pattern on pattern, florals, a floral on a paisley on a stripe.
Yes, it was very layered, which honestly, the very first, I don't remember the first showroom we walked into, but someone was like, you're going to love Market. It's more is more.
It was Vanguard.
It was Vanguard. And I think the good reps know you.
Who we are.
And when you walk in, they know your style. So they know to cater their tour of the showroom to the things that you would like because they've already seen the work that you're putting out that year, right? And she was the one, I think, that she was like, you're going to love it. And
because we've been there.
Yeah. And like,
we've been on this wave.
I'm so excited that we're going to start doing more. Like we've been doing this layering of patterns. And I feel like that's one of the things we do so well is layer patterns and colors and stuff. But one of the things that we do get pushback on, is it too much? Is it too busy or whatever? And what we saw at Market is definitely like.
And I will say we do get some pushback on the like, quote unquote practicality of it. And when I say that, it's like the fringe on a sofa.
If you have a cat.
If you have a cat. Totally. Or like, the scalloped edge on a pillow. Like, is it too fussy? It's just have fun.
Yeah. Everyone's so boring. Oh my God.
Yeah. I think that
everyone's just afraid of making a mistake. I think that's what it is. And what we're talking about, like, let's be real. We're not talking about a pack of gum. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're afraid of like making a mistake. And like, I don't know, you really have to be willing to go for it to be like, no, this sofa is mauve.
Yeah. Well, I think the other thing too is like, you have to pick the areas to do it. Yeah. Because, well, let's just say this. Just because it's trending doesn't mean you have to do it.
Totally.
But it just because, and if you do it, it doesn't mean that you have to do it all the way. Like, you don't need to go and buy yourself a mauve sofa because that's something that's a big investment. Yeah. You're going to have it for a long time. Even though you do like it, maybe it is just a trend for you. And then now you're stuck with a mauve sofa in 3 years and you're not. Get a pillow. Yeah. Paint the walls because you can always paint them again. Yeah. Go for something that's, a little bit more, I don't know, changeable.
Not as permanent.
Or go for it all and just if you see something and you've like been like me, yes, I've been waiting for it. It's like you're not gonna
your style's not gonna change.
Your style's not gonna change.
Right. I do think it's just always interesting because it's like these ideas of what you want, they come from somewhere and they come from this
absolutely
from seeing like, oh, the trend is like now everywhere.
So yeah, it was a lot of layers. It was a lot of pattern on pattern. It was a lot of
the colors I thought were so interesting. Yeah.
Interesting wood tones. Or like not even wood tones, wood
interesting
species.
Woods. Yeah, just interesting woods.
So, like right there. I don't even know what you would call that.
What did they call it? Like a zebra wood?
Maybe that was what it was called. Yeah. Serengeti. I think that's just the name of it. But like something that it's not a pattern, but it brings another layer. Yeah. It's not just painted black. It's not just
because I think we did see a lot more wood tones. Like there's a lot more wood. For a while there, nobody wanted to touch brown wood anything.
And now there was burl woods, I would say, in the past couple of years. Now there's different types of burl. So it's not just Mappa burl. There's olive ash and they're bleaching it or they're,
staining it. We saw some stained wood. Like I feel like burl's been shown at Market for several years.
But this is totally different now.
I know. And we saw a navy blue stained burl this Market that we saw green burl.
Green burl, blue burl. Yeah, just having.
So like people are looking, it's like we're introducing wood tones back into the interior, but we're not just doing it with like your regular,
Yeah. And I think doing that
brown furniture
adds so much warmth.
Yeah.
even if it's a light tone, just having like a natural material instead of like a metal.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I just feel like, I mean, I swear to God, people lost their minds for a minute in COVID. And I think that they were like, we just need something to be like clean and simple. Like, we can't think about it. We don't want to. And so then everything became white and gray and black and no patterns and boucle.
Do you think that what we're seeing now is a reaction to people like, I think people are staying home more.
I think people are saying,
and they're entertaining at home more.
Yes.
And they're like really leaning into, and it's too expensive to leave the house. Like,
Yeah,
I spend $100 every time I leave the house. So like,
I spend $100 when I don't leave the house.
right? So like, seriously, I can do it. I can do $10,000 damage from this iPad right now. So true. No, literally, like Roberta doesn't leave her house, and everything just comes to the house.
DoorDash,
Yes.
Instacart, whatever.
Yes.
But I also think people are sad right now. I think people are empty.
People have the sads.
People have the sad. People are feeling a little empty.
Yeah.
I think people are like, I don't care anymore. I don't like, and I think that this is a reaction to that. People want to feel
something. Literally anything.
anything
People just wanna
at all.
Feel
a feeling.
Yeah.
And so they're doing it with their interior because it's like, well, if I could just make this house cozy and warm, then I guess I don't need to pay attention to what's going on inside.
Yep.
I do. I think that that's what it is.
So interesting. All right.
So we're seeing, you know, warm tones. We're seeing things that bring warmth. So that's extra layers. That's the colors. That's the tones. But we're also seeing things like upholstered everything.
Oh, that was so interesting. That was something. So, okay. I'm glad you brought that up.
You're welcome. Excellent point.
Excellent point. The upholstered everything, because a few years ago, we were designing a master bedroom, right? A primary bedroom. Oh no, before that, an ottoman.
A living room.
Yep.
It was like a cozy den area. And we wanted to do an upholstered.
Ariana was like, I want to do an ottoman that has an upholstered bun foot. It was upholstered all the way to the floor.
So cute. If you don't know what a bun foot is,
we're so jaded. We're like,
as one
obviously a triple pinch pleat Euro shade. Like we're just throwing words out.
A bun foot is essentially just like a bulbous, turned
an onion.
Yes. An
onion.
An onion, if you will.
At the bottom of an ottoman.
That doesn't sound right.
Picture an ottoman.
Trust us, it's cute.
Yeah, but picture an ottoman just perched on four onions. Upholstered. The whole thing. It was a really cute profile.
Yeah, it was really cute.
And none of our vendors had them.
And wouldn't do it.
Right. We
wouldn't
went
touch
to our
it.
custom event. Nobody would make one. We finally found someone to make us one.
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus.
Jesus from Texas.
That's right.
Did us a solid. And gave us
so cute.
And it was, but the fact that not only did no one have it, that they were like, oh, I don't even know how would we do that? Right. I don't even we're not
like,
able.
Or like, why would you want that? It was just weird.
And now
here we are. How long ago did you do that ottoman at Denton?
I think it was 2020.
It was right around the pandemic,
right? Yeah, 2021.
Okay. So here we are. 5 years later, we're at market.
5 years later,
we walk into
everything's upholstered.
Every showroom.
I gasped. At this table.
Ariana saw this table and literally came clear across the showroom to see it.
I said, what is that?
What is that? And it was this incredible pedestal table with this big like barrel base, and the whole base is upholstered.
In a hide.
It's incredible.
It's incredible.
Yeah. This would be the sickest entry foyer table.
Okay. Thank you for saying entry foyer table, because this is exactly what I was saying when I said people are afraid of like, oh, it's not practical. It's like, yeah. Do I think that that's a practical kitchen table?
So is that a practical place to feed your gross kids? Probably
not. That's probably not going to stand up.
No, I would never put that. My kids would kick their nasty feet onto that hide.
But could I put it in a dining room where you go 2 times a year?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I could. Or an entry where you just walk by every day and you're not... of course you can, and it's beautiful. And like...
It'd be a beautiful game.
Live your life.
Yeah. Incredible. Everything was upholstered though. Feet were upholstered. Sofas had feet upholstered all the way down to the floor. Which literally, this is exactly what we tried to do.
This, like, there's everything that would normally be wood.
Yes.
Wrapped.
This is like a Parsons chair. This is a very vintage inspired silhouette. So, you know, we're back to like, there's nothing new under the sun, but we're now seeing it again.
Upholstered side table.
Upholstered side tables.
So cute. Again, somebody would be like, oh, I think my cat might... Okay. But we all have.
What do you want from me? I'm here to make
It's
it
cute.
pretty, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, but like we could do that. Let's imagine it's your house. Ariana has 2 cats.
I have 2 cats.
But imagine you're wanting to do that at your house. You would do it in just the right fabric. You would just do it in like a velvet that can't get fucked
Or
up.
I would just go, hey,
Right.
don't do that.
Right.
Train them.
Wow, what a novel idea that
Figure
is.
it out.
I do think that there's ways to do this in like you could do it in leather. There's ways to do this that wouldn't get messed up.
Or do it in a place where you, unless you're just getting this cat, right?
What's your relationship with this cat?
Unless you're just getting this cat, you know
Yeah.
if it's gonna mess this up or not. If it only scratches on your couch, yeah, maybe this isn't for you. But
Yeah.
if it only scratches on your scratch posts, don't tell me that you can't have this.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I loved this because obviously our work is so pattern driven and so fabric driven that anytime we find a place to put more, it's like, I immediately looked at this and I was like, I could see that in 92 different ways. Like all the fabrics that we put on that to change the way it looks.
And also, it's really hard when you have a big room, when you're trying to introduce a lot of case goods, coffee tables, side tables, media stands. Not everything can be wood or paint or bone or you run out of materials.
Talk about that a little bit more because I think people would be interested. We often talk in the office when we're designing a room, and I feel like oftentimes you're like, I can't put another wood in here.
Well, you can't.
Or like I've already picked.
I already have 2 different wood tones, and those wood tones go together. But if I add a third one, it's just going to get crazy town up in here.
Yeah.
So
when you do that, where do you try to put the woods? Like, give an example of where the woods could be. That you're like, I can't add another wood here. I'm going to do it in.
Like what the extra material would be? Like a painted wood. So it's a color. It's not a wood tone.
Right.
Or it's like I'm going to do that little side table in lucite or brass or bone
Because
or
I've
marble.
I've already used my 2 wood cards, we'll call it,
Right.
on the media console and the coffee table.
Exactly.
Something like that.
But then it's like you in big rooms, in these big New England front to back living rooms, you run out of places really quickly. And so having something like this,
yeah, it just lets you get another accent piece of furniture in there without having to pick a wood for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was exciting to see, honestly. It was super cool. This game table, you guys, a game table, the full thing is upholstered. It had a piece of glass on top.
Amazing.
What?
I want one of those.
It's so cute. And then it had these 4 little like mushroom stools pulled up to it. Adorable. And again, this could look so different. Like imagine the whole table is like citrus garden in the yellow. And then each stool is a different color.
So cute.
I know, but that's not your style. That would be my style. How would you do it? What would your fabric be? I would do citrus garden, and then each one of my stools would be like a Kelly green stool, a blue stool, a bright yellow, like citron-y stool.
Oh, you're putting me at a...
Yeah, no, it's hard.
I would probably do velvet. And hey, that's coming from a place of a person with a cat.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Velvet is a cat-friendly fabric.
Velvet is a very cat-friendly
Which
fabric.
is another episode. But I would probably do a velvet. I would probably do a velvet, and I would probably do a patterned stool.
So cute.
Yeah.
All right. Our next trend.
What else did we see? We saw on the same topic of textiles. So we saw a lot of like interesting woods, but we also saw a lot of unexpected textiles.
Right, like we saw so much boucle last time. This time we saw totally different fabrics.
Crushed velvets.
Yes.
What is it? What is that? The 80s?
Crushed
70s?
velvets is the 90s. Oh my God, I
90s.
had the cuntiest crushed velvet dress when I was in high school. No, you don't even know. You couldn't tell me shit in that
I wasn't
dress.
expecting you to say dress.
What did you think I was going to say? Leggings or something?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
No, stop it.
I'm trying to picture what it
It was a dress. I had it had like puffy sleeves, crushed emerald green. I know. I think I bought it from Deb.
Oh, I know Deb.
You do know Deb?
That sounds like Deb.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
But
but-
Silver City Galleria. Oh my God. I love that dress. But crushed velvet all of a sudden. Again, like things that have texture, things that are like, they have more depth. They're not just flat.
Yes, I would say depth. I feel like that is the word of market. Honestly, depth. Hides,
Yeah.
mohairs.
Yep.
Um,
Faux hairs.
yeah, and again, you're not going to do this on everything, but like the little accent chair in your front living room, so cute.
Yeah. I know. It was so interesting. We also saw on the lighting front, it's hard with lighting. I feel like
Lighting is a hard one to like
what the trend is, but
Yeah.
this market, I thought it was very, very clear. We saw in every showroom.
Yes.
We saw hanging fixtures that have multiple pendants. So imagine a light that has a central box, but then it's got all of these different rope sort of swaggy things to different light fixtures.
We actually even saw them on wall sconces.
Yes, it was so cool.
Too.
I feel like this trend started in a more nautical place. Like we've been seeing this for a little bit.
Yeah.
We saw it, right? We've seen it in clients' homes. Like, but it's always been done. Like I feel like West Elm's kind of shown this for a little bit. Like,
yeah. Well, you know what it is? I think what we had seen was the like multi-arm.
True.
Not multi-pendant. And by that, it's like, it's a flush mount and it's like that, the ones that look like the Sputnik light with like them branching out. But these are different because they're like low hanging.
Yes, and they have different anchor points on the ceiling so that you can really play with the way it turns out looking, I think, right? The difference, I think, for this market is that we saw that same idea of like a central place where it hangs, and then we swag the different. We saw that like in pendants. We saw it in sconces. We saw it in linear lights.
We saw it in glass. We saw it
so
in
many materials.
rope. We saw it in cocoa beads. We saw it in every material, and so they're clearly setting the direction of like this is the direction for lighting, and it's not just in one aesthetic.
Exactly. I think that's important, right? Although I will say, like, this is a tough. How would we work this? Some of these are very modern. I don't know that we would ever put these in. That sconce I feel differently about. That sconce we could have put in a woman's office. We could have put that at Lowell.
I was literally thinking Lowell. We could put that as a nightstand. That's the other thing we saw too.
Oh.
Actually, is different installation of lights.
Yeah.
Or different
applications.
Applications.
Yeah.
So instead of a lamp on a nightstand, using a pendant or like a multi-hanging sconce over the nightstand.
Which I feel like we've seen a little bit, but we saw a lot of that at market. So definitely that concept of lighting in different materials. It's not just like casual lighting anymore. That was very clear. All the showrooms are showing that. So I think if you start to see a lot of these trends show up in the catalogs you like, and like when you're in the stores, you'll know, got it. This started several years ago. It's hard to know how long it'll continue.
Thank you for saying that, because do you remember mushrooms?
Oh my God, yes. Mushrooms are still happening.
That's why I said thank you for saying that, because we saw mushrooms it was COVID. COVID started while we were...
2020, we were in
2019.
Atlanta. Oh, 2019.
No. Wait, what?
No, it was March. It was March 2020. We were at the Atlanta market.
Which was like a different market. It's not High Point, but it's a gift.
It's a gift market. It's a gift shop kind of market.
Yeah, like think TJ Maxx, home goods.
Yeah, and all your local
section.
like little gift shops. Anyway.
Mushrooms.
Everywhere.
In gnomes.
Yep.
Mushrooms and gnomes, and we were like, what?
Yep. I have a really funny picture of you. I'm going to find it for this podcast. You're just holding a mushroom thing and whatever, some showroom
and I was
in Atlanta,
like, what? Literally,
what
the fuck is going on?
But even as of this Christmas, I saw mushroom things.
Yes, they're everywhere.
Yep.
And so the trends will last, I think, for as long as people are buying them.
You think mushrooms just don't die out? Like it's like
clearly they hit on something that we don't understand.
Yeah.
Because they're still coming out. They're coming out in like ornaments, little decal stickers.
Yeah.
They're coming in furniture. There was like mushroom cap ottomans. I'm like,
toadstooly, like little Super Mario Brother.
Yeah.
Ottomans.
Fabrics.
I know.
The fabric I love.
Oh, that's right. It has mushrooms.
That's and right. Like it's done in a cute way, so it's not, whatever. But
it's hard to know how long trends will last. I think that's what makes consumers afraid to follow trends, because it's like, well, okay, well, I invested in boucle and now you're telling me it's out, which is why it's like, just do you.
Just do you. If you like it, just do it. And also, just because it's not trending or showing in High Point Market doesn't mean it's ugly.
No.
You can't do this. It's out. Like, because it's going to come back.
It's more about, like, if you're into this, we are about to hit your stride. You're about to have access to things that before maybe you had to thrift or you had to go out and like find ways of incorporating these interesting textures and stuff. Now you're about to be able to access it in a mass market kind of way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and I think it's giving like permission to do the things that you didn't know if they looked good.
Right.
You didn't know if they looked good together. And so it's just kind of giving you a little bit of a, like, I don't even know.
a push.
Yeah, a push to do what maybe you already know that you like.
Do you think we'll have any success in getting some of our clients to work in this style?
God, I hope so. If you want a Merlot,
Yeah. Well, we've done. I mean, we did the
Room.
bar. We've done,
yeah, we've done it. We have gotten, I think, in the past 2 years more so than we ever have. But I think people just in this area will always
love blue.
default to blue and
Yeah,
green, which I don't even.
No, I know.
I don't dislike it.
I will be interested to see though how if clients' inputs and styles change a little bit in the next couple of years as some of this stuff hits the more mass market and they see it more and they're influenced by it more.
Yeah. Or we can provide examples
Exactly.
because it will be showing up on
like
Pinterest.
Look how awesome this is. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's the recap, guys. I think that we're all excited to see all these new things come to market for sure. I'm just excited that we're doing something different because it's just been so much of the same.
It's been sad,
Right?
It's been boring,
It's been boring. Stop being boring.
and we're trying
to not be boring.
we're trying to never be boring.
So this market was our market. What are we billing this to?
We're billing this to continuing education. Yeah.
Continuing education.
Which honestly, that is just this job.
Yeah, right?
It really is.
Learning all the time.
We're never not learning something.
I would like to learn less. Actually, like
Turns out I went to school.
I'm all set. I don't need, I've seen enough. It's too much.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Continuing education.
continuing education.
Bill it.
Bye guys.